right. Very nice to have you. Thank you very much for joining me for this interview. So before we start, could I ask you to give a very brief introduction about where you are and what's your name, where you are, what's your business currently?
Hi, I'm Louis. We are based in Manchester, and we run our sourcing and management business 2 years ago. And then we came across Vanessa, and then we found like service accommodation for contractors, really good business strategies. Then we joined the masterclass.
You started off, actually, I remember now, you started the masterclass before you joined the mentorship program, is that right?
Yeah.
You joined the branding and marketing masterclass at the
right.
time.
Because I'm a managing agent, so I manage quite a lot of properties.
Yeah.
I just feel like we have the basic knowledge about how to run property management.
That's true, yeah.
So that's why I wanted to get to know you first before we join the membership.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you first started joining the program, why did you join?
I think the reason because for sure there's many people telling you to do essay now in UK, but there's not many people doing specific strategies that you're doing. So I think it's quite a niche market that I think I'm quite interested.
And because you mentioned about 100% occupancy rate, if you do a traveler market, you can't achieve 100% occupancy rate because there's non-peak season, peak season.
Of course, it's seasonal, isn't
Yeah.
it? When you're initially doing your service accommodation, before you join the program, you already got how many units of service accommodation?
We launched our first essay at the end of April, but we join you at the end of June.
Yeah. So you have one unit up and running already.
Yeah.
That's great. So have you got any hesitation, reservations when you first joined?
Yeah, because I don't know you really well at that time because I heard about many bad stories like people charging like the money, but they learn nothing from the courses.
Absolutely,
so
yeah.
I'm best skeptical, and then see your listing and the way you talk, the way you express, and well, I understand more, then I feel more confident.
Yeah. What about Rebecca?
Yeah, I just feel like once I met you, I know your background in marketing for 20 odd years in the university, and you do come across a lot of the ideas that I haven't thought of before I joined the program. So I do have some inspiration from you from the first masterclass.
So it's you enjoy the experience of doing a masterclass, and then you get to know me a bit.
Yes.
And then you decide it's right for you to join the program.
I think we enjoy the mentorship, and we also enjoy the people who do the same thing together in this journey. We exchange our experience, and we get some maybe support or encouragement from each other, and we got one-to-one mentorship or group mentorship with yourself.
Yeah.
So it's quite tailor-made.
So that's the next question is actually, what do you enjoy most of being part of the program? What do you like most?
I think it's all about the interaction, because some other people, they just give you a textbook and then just let you to study it, while you share your experience, your personal experience, and your experience of the other people. That really helps you a lot.
What about Rebecca?
I think it's pretty much what Louis said. So I think I do enjoy getting the story or experience or bad experience or good experience from other people doing the same thing.
Yeah.
I do feel like I'm not alone anymore. I just feel like someone's together here.
Yeah,
doing
that's
the same
it.
thing.
Yeah, yeah. And I think as a member, so you guys have done so much for the community. You're constantly sharing really valuable informations, which I do really appreciate. You do look after the team, the rest of people really well.
The first class that I think I take away from you is what you said. You said no one knows how to use an Apple product. You need to teach people how to use it. You need to share it. You need to share how the feature is, and people know about the product and build a brand. I think we learned it from you.
Oh, thank you. That's a big compliment to me. So, what is your business right now? How many property in terms of portfolio, monthly revenue? What is it right now?
Because we just started a few months ago, and now we got 4 essay in total. And me and Rebecca own several buy-to-let, and we got other source of incomes.
Yeah.
But like the essay wise, we probably generating more than 10 grand this month.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're having a team meeting, just as you suggested, once a month, a team meeting. We're going to have a team meeting this month. We check the figures. It's achieving it's much better than what we thought. So we already achieved 10K.
Your first £10,000 per month?
Yes, that's correct. And it's not even 100% occupancy yet. Maybe 60%, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
If we do
so
what
you have
teach.
one service commendation before you start. Yeah. Now you only been for like how many months?
Couple months from end of the April.
Yeah. So then you got 4 up and running and making more than £10,000 a month income already. Yes. That's amazing.
In 4 months or less than 4 months.
That's amazing.
Because we joined Vanessa at the end of June.
The proper mentorship, I think, is about in July.
Is it?
Yeah. It's like a long time ago.
So fast track. It's really fast track mentorship program.
Your guys are fast tractor.
Yeah, we are.
You do really fast, which is amazing.
Yeah, so joining your mentorship is just like a boost to our journey.
Yeah.
So it's green light all ahead.
So how does this mentorship impact in your business and family life?
As a wife and husband, we have been running a business for so long, and now we got a same goal that we can achieve together, and we can understand each other more. That helps, not just about the business, it's about the family.
Things less stress. Because I have a vision, as you mentioned, you need to have a goal. You need to know which direction you're going. That everyone needs to look at the same direction. I think I feel that way at the moment. Before, we have different strategy, different ideas. Now we just have one direction. We all know what we're going.
Oh, that's very good. I remember when we first started, you were saying that, Rebecca joined the mentorship and I'm out. And I was like, no. You got to be in together so that you got 2 forces join in and push one direction. It's a lot quicker. And I've seen how amazing your guys grow together as a couple and in that business. It's just amazing. Amazing what you've done. Congratulations.
Thank you, Vanessa.
Fantastic. So if somebody who's thinking about joining the mentorship, what will you say to them?
I do feel like if you don't pay for the course, you probably need to pay for a mistake. I told Vanessa as well before we joined her program. I think we lost about 10K because we tried to bid a few properties that it turns out we don't have the credit file, we don't have the business file ready for 2 years, and we pay for the solicitor fee, we pay for valuation fee, we pay for a lot of professional fees. If we have the knowledge and background, then we probably would not make the same mistake again.
For me, as anyone who want to join Vanessa courses, I would say, try to be open-minded, because it's something that you thought, which is we never thought about, and it's quite an open mind that you've got so many creative mindsets.
Thank you about
and the execution. That's what I would say.
Oh, lovely.
I think you're quite brave and you are quite direct and quite informative. Yeah, you gave people a clear version on what they can achieve.
We run service accommodation from last May, and we started to use our buy-to-let as our first essay, and then we acquired a few rental essay. Now we are about to get our 7th essay this year.
Wow.
Yeah, we try to achieve 10 essay probably this year. Yeah.
Fantastic. So before you join, I know that Rebecca have traced me a few different events and she done a lot of research. And then when you first started, you were doing a masterclass together and in one of the training rooms just like today. So at the time, she wanted to join and you wanted to be out.
Yeah.
Then you decided to do it together. Just tell me a little bit about the story and how it's happened.
Yes, because when we always attend different networking events, no matter in social media or physical networking event, then I think there's so many people call them educator, which is like they are not really that successful or that really not that informative. So we do our due diligence and we came to Vanessa and we joined the master class, really helpful, that we can save a lot of time to figure out how the business should work, how we use the pricing strategy, marketing, things like that. And then, then we decide we should join your program to make our progress accelerate and faster. Yeah.
Are you glad that you do it together now?
Yeah.
How does it impact your life doing the training together as a couple?
As a couple, because we've been running business for a while, and we always have different direction that leads us always argue. But given now we join the class, we join the mastermind, and we have the same goal, which we can work really hard towards that goal instead of always try to figure out what we should do. And we can be more successful, I would say. Yeah.
Absolutely. So you started really fast. You join in, set one up, second, third, fourth.
Yeah.
4 property within the first 2 months.
Yeah.
Extremely well, extremely fast. Explain to me how does it happen and how does it feel in a business?
Yeah, I think we pick up quite good, given that we got lots of resources from the landlord that they are happy to rent the property to us, and we have our handyman, our cleaner, we have our system in place to help us, which set up the property really good, and we just keep repeating doing that. That is, you just learn, then you learn how to work, then you can run faster.
Sure.
Yeah.
So when you started, I know that you run a letting agency, sourcing agency with investors. You manage a lot of property, and that kind of business model, you're very successful where you are at the time. In comparison to then when before you started to where you are now, how do you compare that? What do you say about it?
I think letting agency is quite labor intensive, because we always deal with lots of tenant problem. We deal with the agent, and we also deal with the landlord. And while you're not making really big money, because we normally just charge 10 to 30% for buy to let. While this business model, which is take a minimal labor, we can literally, apart from for dealing with the guests, for all the things systemized, then we can save a lot of time to picture our long-term business plan rather than just stuck in that small business, I would say. Yeah.
So the transform from a letting agent, standard traditional letting agent, to now a sales accommodation, corporate booking operator.
Yeah.
How do you find the benefit for doing that transfer?
Save more time, more profit, less hustle. And we also like the fact that we can give more job opportunity to the local cleaner, handyman, which is really a big bonus to us.
Lovely. And I noticed that you've been very active trying to help investors from overseas. And recently you have raised some money. Tell me the story about that.
Yeah, we work with different overseas investors. And this investor, we have been working together for 2 years. We helped her to buy single buy-to-let, blocks of flats, and manage the properties. And while we always share our journey in social media, then she noticed the opportunity of running SA. That's why she says still got extra fund, which we can work together for different projects, which is fantastic. Yeah.
How much did you raise?
It's £1 million.
£1 million fund raised. Well done. How do you going to picture the future from here? With the extra resources, with the system in place, the team buildings, how do you see your next step?
Because my dream is always to be a property developer, and while this SA business gave me like more profit, then I can stay focused on my long-term picture and my dream. Yeah. So because now my team has been built up, literally everything's in place. I don't have to involve the day-to-day operations.
Very good.
So we just spend our time on sourcing, networking with different investor, landlord, or raise finance. Yeah.
That's fantastic. That's very, very good. So if you were to say to the people who are thinking about starting, what will you say to them?
I think you should get the right education, because nowadays there's so many educators which doesn't know about the business model inside out. While you have been doing this business so successfully for almost more than 5 years, I think people can learn and grow from your courses. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
So I wish you all the very best, and the baby come along.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
And wish you a very successful business and very, very happy family.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming here today and sharing this.